So, und damit kommen wir zum Weltranglisten-11. Ein Mann, der schon 12 PDC-Titel in seiner Karriere gewinnen konnte, der in 5 Major-Finals stand. Und selbstverständlich marschiert er auch in diesem Jahr auf die Musik der Toten Hosen. Hey, hier kommt Alex auf die Bühne. Hey, hier kommt Chizzy, Dave Chisnall. Jetzt wartet der German Darts Open Champion von 2017, die aktuelle Nummer 5 der Welt, der UK Open Champion von 2017 aus Schottland, Snakebite, Peter Wright.
Quarter-final lineup for the German Darts Open is settled. It will be Gerwyn Price against Rob Cross and Adrian Lewis against Ian White. We are now into the other half of the draw and a match between the world number 5 Peter Wright and the world number 11 Dave Chisnall. Chisnall, who has returned to form in 2019, already picking up a couple of titles. Peter Wright yet to win one this calendar year, but he could put that right this weekend if his last match is anything to go by. A good win for Snakebite yesterday, and this has the potential to be every bit as good as a match between Cross and Cullen earlier on. Paul, you're a fashionable guy. What do you make of Peter Wright's garment this afternoon?
Well, I'm shocked by it, quite frankly. I think it's a little bit out there, but one thing that has struck me is the fact that he's wearing the same trousers as last evening. Now, he never does that.
Well, not changing the trousers. Will he be changing the darts? That's often a question asked of Peter Wright.
He hasn't changed the barrels. He's still got those barrels with the V grooves
first
in them.
leg, Dave to throw first. Game on.
Well, it's Chizzy v Snakebite for the right to take on the winner of the match that follows between the gentle Menso Suljevic and Daryl Gurney. And then we have James Wade against Nathan Aspinall.
137.
Before that mouth-watering clash between the world number 1 Michael van Gerwen and the daddy of Dutch darts, Raymond van Barneveld.
60.
Yeah, Peter played very well last night against Steve Lennon, a 6-2 victory against an opponent he's never lost to. Chizzy looking good there. It was a little bit laboured against Ted Everts for him.
Yep, Chisnall, one of the biggest 1-8 hitters in the world. Only one man on the floor had more than him. That was the Ferret. Snakebite has levelled it up in this match.
121.
Yeah, Peter produced an average of 101.79 in that win over Steve Lennon. Chisnall fired in 4 maximums in his win against Ted Everts.
82. Maybe require 63.
And as he looks at this 63, but fails to complete it. As you mentioned, Paul, Chisnall was kind of gifted many legs in that match.
Yeah,
by
he was.
Super Ted.
He was. And I'm not sure if it's a good or a bad thing for Dave at the start of the match that he has got so many darts to take care of the first leg. I think sometimes you need to be pushed from leg one. Doesn't miss this time. And that's 14 dart leg start for Dave, which is very good. Yeah, but Peter's definitely want to have multiple outfits for many different days on the European Tour. And it's very surprising to see him wearing the same clobber. But it is a very busy period. Maybe he needs to get some more pants.
Yes. I wonder how he decides, Peter Wright, when he opens his wardrobe and it comes to clobbering time.
54.
It's nice to have some choice. There's a lot of lads just have 2 or 3 pairs of black trousers, always wear the same shoes. It's very easy to pack for the weekends. As long as you remember your darts.
Well, you've gone for 4 different extremes, haven't you, in terms of darting attire?
100.
Yeah, I used to like the shirt and tie days. They were fun.
Yeah, and then a lot of your more recent decisions have been based on trying to actually get an advantage, improving the game. Different types of shirt that are going to keep you a bit cooler, a bit more comfortable. But Dave Chisnall looking very comfortable in this leg, and because it's against a throw in this match.
He's looking very good, isn't he?
Could be a 10 darter coming in here.
Oh, what a response.
74.
Could it be futile? Yes, it is. What a start from Chizzy. He's only thrown 24 darts for the first 2 legs.
Game on.
This is a bit of a warning for the rest of the field. It's been a very long time since Dave won on the European Tour. Has had some close calls. And probably should have won the German Darts Championship the time that Alec Norris did. He was the form horse. But he's missing absolutely nothing here.
Well, I whisper it quietly, but Dave Chisnall is the man who holds the record for the highest average on the European Tour.
121.
I thought that Peter Wright might have managed to deflect a 174 there.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, Chizzy's record average 118.66 came against Mark Webster at the German Darts Championship last year. Only played 6 legs to complete it.
You tend to find that with massive averages like that.
48.
When Phil Taylor had 118.66 against Kevin Painter at the UK Open in Bolton, that was only 8 legs. And when the world record was broken, I think Michael Smith only got 1 leg, didn't he?
Yeah, it could have been 130 something from MVG. I quite like that it's 123.4. It's easy to remember.
It's almost like Michael teased us that we know where we can go, but he didn't want to go there yet. But this game is providing quality that we may have lacked in the last couple of games.
Well, Peter Wright needed to go there then to leave himself a finish.
58.
And having left it,
152.
he needs to take it out to stop Dave Chisnall racing away here.
41.
Oh, he is not happy with that. And Chisnall for another 14 darter in this match. Needs tops. Oh, there it is. 15 will do. Chisnall is flying.
He really is.
This is relentless.
Incredible performance so far from Dave Chisnall, who is halfway there against Peter Wright, who's not playing bad at all himself.
85.
An accusation that has been levelled at him at times this year, but Chizzy is averaging in excess of 115.
140.
I think the crowd are singing Super Chiz, Super Chiz. Well, definitely is Super Chiz.
Well, it will be from Super Chiz to Super Chin as Daryl Gurney gets on the stage next to take on
99.
Mensa Cilic. And there were some comedy capers in his match yesterday when he faced David Pallett
Yeah, absolutely right. I don't think there's going to be any of that stuff today. There's another one from Chisnall. His calling card.
Not a laughing matter for Peter Wright, is it? Look at that, 121.53. Look at the first 9 average for Chisnall.
That's mental. It really is.
96.
I mean, we're talking about Nathan Derry last week having 129. That's 20 more.
Wow. Is he going to set up a second 10-dart leg?
145.
Well, he set it up.
Well, I don't care who you are in the world of darts. You can't beat this. This is just too good.
So then,
36.
for another almost perfect leg.
11.
He's gone.
12. In. Oh, I thought it was in.
He's gone, Paul.
Oh, well, Peter Wright needed a sniff, needed a chance, and he's got one.
Full credit to Peter Wright for hanging on in there, but this is the first leg in which he's been allowed a 5th visit to the board. Tried to make use of the outer ring there by going for a couple of doubles.
We are seeing one of the players who has that ridiculous level. And there he is with a very odd-looking 13-dart leg.
5th leg, Dave to throw first.
Most of the time we see a great 13-darter, but that was the epitome of the bad 13-dart leg. But that is incredible. Dave Chisnall just mullering that 60.
Yeah, it really is, and you know how well someone's playing when their averages come crashing down to 115.
His 3rd dart average is 45.
100.
But there you see, look at that first 9.
Oh, it's going to go down now.
134.
I think when Roger decided to sign Dave Chisnall, that was an inspired choice.
But you've practiced with Chizzy in the past, haven't you, Paul? Is this the
yeah.
kind of stuff that he would produce day in, day out?
You have to find a level that you've never found before if you want to live with him in practice. He is, without a doubt, the most destructive practice partner I've ever seen.
134.
He's done things on a dartboard I've never seen from anybody else. Everybody will say he's the biggest 180 hitter anybody's ever seen.
Well, if he can complete this 112 and add a 3-figure finish to his Roll of Honour in this match.
Ooh, he's blocked it, so 93. She's only out. Oh, what a shot.
That is a superb dart. Everything about this performance from Dave Chisnall has been impressive.
76.
And Wright, once again, has managed to carve out an opportunity when Chisnall has given him a chance. But once again, when it's come, he's having to go the double-double route again.
Deja vu, or as Dan said yesterday, deja vu.
36.
Or was it you, Chris?
I can't recall. Did you like it or not?
I'm into it.
Yeah, it was me then.
36 left. 14 darts this time. And his average has come down. Unbelievable performance from Chizzy.
Game on.
This darting display is as good as his daughter's gymnastics. And that is very good, trust me. Little Lexi, I've just been
57.
watching the performances she's been doing in her gymnastics, and she's at a national level in England now. She's doing very well. But this is world class
85.
from her dad.
It really is. Superb stuff, by far the best we've seen. It could be, well, he is well on course to posting the highest ever average in this particular tournament.
140.
A record that I'm sure the current holder won't mind surrendering, bearing in mind it was Benito van der Pas in the final a couple of years ago when he averaged over 110 but lost to Peter Wright.
The scary thing is, and you know this, Murph, because we're looking at this very closely, this could have been so much better. He's missed 9 darts at double.
100.
He's still at 112.
That is true. And Peter Wright, I mean, yeah, he's made a few mistakes at the end of legs. Hasn't actually had a dart to win one, but that's because he's messed up the finishers.
Well, if Chisnall was to take out the 138, that 14106 first 9 would have to be really close to a record. Well, he's going to have to take it out now.
We saw Ian White move 5-0 up, and Darren Webster got a couple of legs on the board. That match wasn't at this standard. Peter Wright is going to get a dart at a double for the first time in this match.
98.
Got to give Wright some credit because he's been hit with every single possible hammer from Chisnall. And there he's got it. Quality from both guys in that leg breakdown column now.
What we did see in that match between White and Webster was that the Demolition Man perhaps kind of knew the writing was on the wall for a lot of it. Peter Wright came back from hitting that double 12. He didn't have the look of a man who'd given up.
Well, he knows that on the European Tour he can win 6 straight against anybody. He's done it against MVG.
60.
He has. He knows how good he is. Will he also be thinking, look, he can't keep this up?
Well, I think that would be the wrong attitude because the thing is, Dave can keep this up.
60.
Well, let's see if he can, or whether Snakebite can somehow sneak back into this. Not going to help.
26.
Sometimes it's not your day because of how you throw. Sometimes it's not your day because of how the other guy throws. And I think Dave did the right thing there. There was a tiny bit of frustration.
Well, he lobbed the dart over his shoulder, didn't he, Peter? I mean, we've seen some exhibition shots at times. Not sure if throwing one over your shoulder at your opponent is gentlemanly conduct.
Well, the way Chizzy's played it here, he probably could get it in to the treble 20.
Yeah, if they hit Dave Chisnall, it'd probably bounced off and gone in. Because everything that he's touched has turned to gold this afternoon.
140.
He'll be looking for a couple of treble 20s and then a 25. It's not going to happen. But he's going to leave himself very, very handily placed to seal the deal in this leg.
When you're on 275, you're looking at 105 minimum. Needs a 60. Doesn't get it. 6 darts from 85 for Chizzy.
85.
That first 9 must be sky high. Could still be the tournament record, I think, if he takes this out. Vanderpass, 110.
45.
It's going to be close.
He's not thinking about that right now. Dave Chisnall doesn't think about averages. He doesn't think on the dartboard. He just does.
Well, they know he's playing well, but I suppose when you're Dave Chisnall, you expect to play well.
The way he's played this afternoon, we're expecting big things, not just right now, but maybe for the rest of the day.
Well, the first half of the draw, we saw all the top seeds go through. Peter Wright, the number 4 seed. Is he about to go out? Or has Dave Chisnall caught a bit of finish line fever?
35.
Maybe. This is doable. He'll go to the middle of the board. Crowd are trying to inspire him. They don't want him to go home.
It'd be very Peter Wright, wouldn't it? Very Peter Wright.
He's not going to stay on the bullseye, but he has got the 60. Not quite Peter Wright. This is no gimme. We've seen from Ian White earlier on that double 2 is not exactly an easy double to hit under pressure. Desmond.
2 2s for Dave Chisnall, and he moves through to the quarterfinals of the German Darts Open in emphatic style. A thrashing of Peter Snakebite, right? That average of 106.13. Well, that could have been so much higher, but Dave Chisnall won't mind that. He's in. the last day, and he will take on the winner of our next match between Mensah Suljovic and Daryl Gurney. Peter Wright, the highest seed to go out, he's out, but Chisnall moves through.
Bezwingt Peter Wright, steht damit im Viertelfinale. Aber ich finde mal einen aufmunternden, einen großen Applaus für Peter Wright. Spielt hier auch knapp ein 100er Average, macht nicht so viel falsch, aber Dave Chisnall mit teilweise einem überragenden Match. Snakebite. Dave, congratulations. That was great for the biggest part of the game.
Yeah, last leg was a bit of a nightmare, but I got over the line, so I'm happy.
At the end, it was 106, even though you didn't play that well at the last leg.
It's gone different this time. I had a 90 average in one, and I've got a good 106, so happy. Playing well, smooth, good crowd, even though it was all Peter, but oh well.
Wouldn't be too bad to win a European Tour event, right?
I'm knocking on the door to win a European. I'm playing well. I'm just not getting the luck. So hopefully this weekend can be my lucky weekend.
Yeah, let's see what's going on tonight. Thank you very much. Dave Chisnall, der sagt, der spielt gerade gut. Und der klopft eigentlich auch an die Tür an, nochmal so ein European Tour Event zu gewinnen.